race fans. Alex Weaver here after an exciting Roval race. We saw two races, one completely in the rain and one kind of in the rain. But let's welcome in our championship-winning crew chief, Cole Pearn. Cole, strategies all over the place. Let's start with the Cup race because we start on rain tires. We end on slick tires. Drizzle, rain, I don't know. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's a typical transition rain race. Just first time seeing it in the Cup Series, really. So I think anybody that tunes into open wheel racing gets to see that kind of thing. But to see it at the Roval was pretty unique, and definitely, guys in the Cup Garage are used to calling strategy, but that's a different style of strategy than most of them have ever called, I'm sure, in their life.
We saw such a difference when the track actually started drying of how well the slick tires were able to run. I'm looking at like the 13 of Ty Dillon who put them on first. Good move.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those guys had nothing to lose. I think a couple guys that put them on didn't go too well, but, they hit their timing right. And definitely once that one lane kind of started to dry out, yeah, it was game on. I mean, slick tires are going to kill it if there's at least a little bit of dry asphalt, and that's what they had, and they got a stage win out of it.
Let's look at the flip side because people were worried about Sunday being the downpour, but it turned out that Saturday in the Xfinity Series was an absolute monsoon. We were puddle jumping all Saturday long. What did you think of that race?
Oh, that was, I think the Toyota pace car definitely led the most laps, but, no surprise, AJ getting it done. Definitely a wild show for sure. I think everyone knows those North Carolina rains and been rained out in the fall race a lot there when it was on the oval, but then to be able to get it done on the Roval was pretty unique.
Chase Elliott proven himself on Sunday, however, to be quite the road course ace. I picked the 19 to win. You're welcome, Cole, but Chase gets it done.
Yeah, the Roval's definitely become his playhouse, that's for sure. So I'd say, other places, yeah, he's on a heck of a run. Definitely 4 road course wins in a row is something to be proud of, and especially got to be excited when you see 6 on the schedule for next year. So definitely they're in a good spot, and they got the job done again. He's been really, really good there the last 2 years, and once the track dried out, there was really no one that could hang with him.
Every driver, I think, post-race said that they had a lot of work to do to catch up to the 9, especially on the Roval. But was there a move of the race or a driver that stuck out to you on Sunday?
Yeah, I think his crossover there was pretty sweet. The MTJ turtle jump was something too. But, I think going back to the 13 and, being in that scenario for the first time of when to opt for slicks over rain tires and then making the call right and getting a stage win for that team, I think you got to give them the move of the race.
One thing that I don't know if we are surprised about, but it is surprising when you actually think about it, is that the defending champion of Kyle Busch and the number 18 team will not defend that title. It's the earliest a champion has been knocked out since 2014. What happened to the 18?
Yeah, just never really got in gear all year. It looks like, I think the schedule change and going to more one-day shows is definitely a hindrance for them. I think maybe they could have potentially been better in a normal schedule, but that's all hindsight. It doesn't matter. You gotta adapt, and they didn't do that. So definitely, they came in with not many playoff points. They didn't really run that great in the playoffs anyways outside of Bristol. So it's not a real surprise, the fact that they didn't make it. But, the fact is they got 4 races left to try and not go winless on the season. So, I think they still have to try and keep fighting, but it's always hard when the wind gets knocked out of your sails and you're not advancing. It's hard to stay focused.
From leading that team, the number 18 team was never the problem. They still dominated on pit road, but when your driver has a bad mentality and kind of gets in a bad headspace, does it affect the rest of the team?
Yeah, but it's still Kyle Busch. I mean, those guys are used to working with Kyle. That's why they're on that team. They could be winning races and he could still be in a bad headspace. But, he's one of the most talented guys in the sport. So I don't think people will make that into something, but I really don't think that has anything to do with it. If the cars were fast and they were strong, then he's going to get the job done for sure.
That should be their slogan on their new T-shirts for next year. It's still Kyle Busch. So, okay, so the round of 8 is set, obviously, with Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin leading the way there in the points. But we're heading now to Kansas, Texas, Martinsville. What are you looking at for the round of 8?
Yeah, you're back on the mile-and-a-half program, so 2 big ones, obviously, with Kansas and Texas. Definitely cooler temperatures than what they would have raced, way cooler temperatures than what they were in the summer. So a lot different race from that standpoint, especially with that 550 rules package. You're always on the fence of how much downforce, how much drag, and when the weather is a lot cooler, you definitely need to be shying more to the trimmed outside. So it'll be interesting who's good. I think it could easily be a different cast of characters than what was good at both those racetracks in the first part of the year.
Well, I was debating this week possibly making the switch over to a Canadian because you guys have been celebrating Thanksgiving, but I saw that you guys had snow, so I might stay down here in the warm weather.
Yeah, just all that precip that was in Charlotte we got here, but just a little bit different form.
Yeah, well, save me some turkey, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, well, we're heading to 400 miles at Kansas. It's the start of the round of 8. It's going to be a good one. 8 drivers contending for a championship. We're making it to the home stretch, folks. Cole, thanks for joining us, and make sure you tune in. NBC will have the coverage coming up 2:30 on Sunday.
Thanks, Alex.